Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Before starting the video, please subscribe and keep watching for more details videos. Tennis Live, Coco Gauff reveals gross boyfriend abuse, as Jannik Sinner put in his place. Jack Draper will meet Carlos Alcaraz in the Queen's final, if both players can come through their semifinals today. The stars have impressed during the scorching heat in West Kensington this week. Draper was taken to 3 sets by Brandon Nakashima in his quarter-final showdown yesterday, as the Briton clinched a 6-4, 5-7, 6-4 victory. He will take on Czech ace Jiri Lehecka at 1 p.m. for a place in tomorrow's showpiece match. Alcaraz, meanwhile, cruised to a 7-5, 6-4 win against Arthur Rinderknech in their quarter-final encounter, and will face fellow Spaniard Roberto Bautista Agut in the last 4 after Draper's match. There is also semi-final tennis action in Halle, with Daniil Medvedev taking on Alexander Zverev in a mouth-watering showdown later on ahead of a clash between Alexander Bublik and Karen Khachanov. Elsewhere, Aryna Sabalenka and Marketa Vondrousova face each other in the last 4 of the Berlin Ladies Open for the chance to play the winner of the other semi between Lyudmila Samsonova and Wang Xinyu. Jack Draper explained his tennis obsession after battling through to the Queen's semi-final yesterday. The 23-year-old, who has secured a top 4 seeding at Wimbledon, defeated Brandon Nakashima 6-4, 5-7, 6-4, and then stated, "I remember last year going in ranked around 30 or 40. To be inside the top 4 come Wimbledon 1 year around. That's massive progress. I live and breathe the sport, and I'm obsessed with progressing and obsessed with becoming the player that I want to become all the time and achieve the things I want to." Sinner put in his place. Jannik Sinner has been put in his place by 2-time Wimbledon semi-finalist Richard Gasquet. Gasquet was thrashed 6-3, 6-0, 6-4 by Sinner in the final match of his career at the French Open last month. But the Frenchman compared Sinner to 14-time French Open champion Rafael Nadal, as he explained. "Nadal had incredible quality. I am convinced that at Roland Garros at his best level he would be above Sinner and Carlos Alcaraz. When I played against Jannik, I didn't play anything special. I am 39 years old. If I played against Rafa at the same level, he wouldn't have given me more than 2 games. Gauff reveals gross abuse. Coco Gauff has revealed she has received abuse on social media and has explained that even her boyfriend has had to contend with gross messages. The French Open champion stated, "It's the worst you can get. Death threats to your family, to yourself. I've had people DM my boyfriend and friends about it. Racist comments, like all you can imagine. Nudity, things like that. It's a gross kind of thing that we have going on in tennis. It's something that we have to keep bringing awareness to. I would love for some of the social media platforms to get involved, not only when it comes to tennis players. Influencers, other athletes, they all get these comments, so it's something that can be addressed." 1. Coco Gauff's gross confession. Late night whispers on and off the court. But no one expected this. Cocooned behind the zen of her top 3 ranking, Coco Gauff dropped a bombshell in her latest interview, admitting that gross mistreatment by a past romantic partner once left her shaken. She didn't delve into details, but the weight of her words says it all. This isn't sensationalism. It's a reflection of perseverance. Gauff's candor echoes her champion mentality, turning painful truths into powerful motivation. It's the same resilience that carried her to her 2nd Grand Slam triumph at Roland Garros this June, where she channeled past heartbreak into gutting out victory over Aryna Sabalenka in 3 sets. 2. Jannik Sinner, the sporting equivalent of a wake-up call. While Gauff bared her soul, Jannik Sinner was delivering a swift and unsettling message. "Not today, not in my house." During the Italian Open quarterfinals, Sinner dismantled Casper Ruud 6-0, 6-1, an emphatic statement following his recent doping suspension. HindustonTimes.com. "This wasn't just a match. It was a message. I'm back, and I'm untouchable." It was also a reminder that redemption need not be polite. It can, and perhaps should, be dominant. The symmetry is striking. Both athletes confronting their personal or professional ghosts head-on. Coco with trauma, Jannik with the fallout of controversy, and both responding by raising their intensity to a level beyond mere tennis. 3. Redemption and response. 2 sides of the same coin. Coco's journey, from calling out her critics, flop era, etc., to embracing therapy, journaling, and emotional accountability. She's a portrait of mindful recovery and fearless self-expression. Jannik's journey, from doping whispers to an earth-shaking return to form. His Rome demolition was more than a win. It was reclamation. A clean sweep on and off the scoreboard. His coach called it very, very positive signs after his return from suspension. 2 journeys, 2 different courts, but both athletes rally where it mattered most. Match-minded takeaways. Player challenge faced response result tonight. Gauff private trauma and public scrutiny, raw honesty and emotional resilience. A platform for growth. Sinner doping stigma, supreme on-court dominance, a statement win in Rome. Coco's strength. Vulnerability as victory. Gauff's bravery in discussing her past is a signal for deeper dialogues in sports. Emotional well-being matters as much as physical strength. She's showing young fans that trauma isn't shameful. It's real, and it can be used as fuel, not just a headline. Sinner's strength, performance, and principle. Jannik's on-court annihilation of Rude feels like retribution. Yes, but also like discipline. It's not just a display of talent, but accountability. Under pressure, he served flat, with clarity of purpose. Live atmosphere. 1 court, many stories. Picture the scene. Off-court. Reporters lean forward as Coco picks her words, conveying hurt, but also control. On-court. Sinner strides in, greedy for every winner, as Rome's espresso-fueled crowd rises to the clatter of his racket. 2 narratives, entwined in sport. One of overcoming inside, the other of conquering outside. The bigger picture. Empathy in tennis is evolving. Through her openness, Gauff expands the conversation. Real athletes confront real trauma. It can be uncomfortable, but it's human. Resilience is multifaceted. For Jannik, it's about restoring faith in fair play. For Coco, it's about honoring pain and continuing to fight. For every set, and for every facet of life outside the lines. Final set. Where they stand. Tonight, Tennis Live wasn't just about sets and scores. It was about stories. Coco Gauff emerged not just as a champion of clay, but as one of the sport's most authentic voices, urging fans to see beyond the match. Jannik Sinner, meanwhile, demonstrated that true bullion emerges from the fiery trials of controversy. Through each emphatic ace and each candid revelation, they reset the serve for tennis, but this time with deeper conviction, courage, and context. In the end, their journeys converge into a powerful movement, where emotional honesty and athletic excellence no longer stand apart. They rise together.